Blessings, family. I hope you're having an amazing Monday. And I have declared today to be I'm Watching My Mouth Monday. This is actually part 5. I asked the Lord, I think last week, is like, why all these messages on communication? And I haven't gotten an answer yet. I guess he could say because I said so. But nevertheless, here we are, another message on communication. So these words to live by are inspired by Colossians chapter 4, verse 6. And this is from the Amplified Classic translation. It says, "Let your speech at all times be gracious, pleasant, and winsome, seasoned as it were with salt, so that you may never be at a loss to know how you ought to answer anyone who puts a question to you." Last week, my closing encouragement was that we examine our words and make sure that they're acceptable in God's sight and in our hearts before we allow them to exit our mouths. After I posted last week's message, a couple people had placed in the comment section a meme which read, "The tongue has no bones, but is strong enough to break a heart. So be careful with your words." I thought that was pretty appropriate. It reminded me of James 3:5, which reads, "Even so, the tongue is a little member, and it can boast of great things. See how much wood or how great a forest a tiny spark can set ablaze." Wow. My mom, I remember being a child and being a teenager, my mom would sometimes, she would stick out her tongue and say, "See that right there? That's going to get you in a lot of trouble." Yeah, sometimes she was talking to me. Sometimes it was another family member. But yeah, she used to say that, and she used to always say, "Your mouth is going to be your ruin." And so little did I know it had some biblical background to it, or some scriptural authority behind it. Anyway, getting back to today's message. Knowing what not to say is just as important as knowing what to say or how to say it. Some people will put us on a spot by asking us a question that we may not know how to answer in a way that doesn't offend them. It's kind of like the movie, I think it was A Few Good Men, where he said, "You can't handle the truth." So in those times when people ask us a question and kind of catch us off guard, we still have to watch what we say, or not say anything at the time. Just tell them you'll get back to them later. Sometimes it's not, as I was going to say, sometimes it's more expedient not to express our thoughts, even if it is the truth. At other times, we have to edit our thoughts before they become words. As it's written in the Message translation, it says, "Be gracious in your speech. The goal is to bring out the best in others in a conversation, not put them down and not cut them out." So again, I'm watching my word. God watches over his word, right? I'm watching my mouth Monday. So let's make sure that we bring out the best in others by what we allow to come from our lips. These have been words to live by. May they bless you as well as those that you share them with. Amen.